Welcome back to Machinist Made. Today, what we're going to be doing is doing some sanding on this fiberglass piece that we did in the previous video. To do this kind of work, you just need really two basic tools. Some kind of block grinding, simply for finish work. And then, of course, something to really get the material going. Now, I like to use a 4.5 inch 120 grit. For fiberglass, you can see this is just a wore out 120 grit flap disc. And simply put, let's get to it. See if we can mess something up today. Now, as I'm doing this, what you'll start seeing is some of the old fiberglass show through. That's actually what I want. What you don't want to do is stay in one place too long. If you do, it's going to gouge it like right there. See it right there? So that's what you don't want to do. You want to make sure you keep this thing moving. When you come in, you want to be running, come and hit. You don't want to go back and forth like you're grinding on metal. You want to hit and come down. Now you'll see me do a little back and forth. That's to get the material off. But for what I'm doing here is simply getting a rough shape, something close. Alright, now that we've got the rough work done, what you want to do is you want to try to towel off some of this fiberglass dust so you can kind of see what your finish is starting to look like. And I do realize this looks fairly rough. Keep in mind, this is going on an excavator, not somebody's Corvette or whatever. This is just going on a piece of equipment that's going to work outside and more than likely get busted up again. Next thing you want to do after you get that wiped down fairly good is you want to start with your sanding blocks. Now the ones that I have here are nice and covered in fiberglass now, but most sanding blocks on the end have numbers on them and it tells you what grit they are. So this is 60 and 80. I like to start off with 80. It gets the majority of the stuff off. And what you want to do, you don't want to do a bunch of straight line stuff. It's going to gouge pretty quickly. See how it's wearing us that one spot? You kind of want to do circular motions. Unless you've got to get into a corner. There's actually a corner right here that the pad actually does need to get into. But outside of that, you're just going to work this pad back and forth and into all the corners. And the only thing you're out to do is clean up the high and low spots. So now, enjoy me watching finish sanding this. And just like that, we're done. Now, well, the footage you watched is about 30 minutes long. Of course, I'll edit this down to a smaller video. But everything that I'm using here can be found in the links below. They're Amazon affiliate links. Helps the small growing channel out if you buy something. Stay tuned for the next episode when we put some paint on this thing.